season. So we talked a lot about Sauce Gardner on the back end. Quentin Williams TD. How about the man in the middle, C.J. Mosley, making it all go?
C.J. Mosley has been phenomenal. I know the Jets fans early in his signing with them, they were a little disappointed. You know, his first year, he played 2 games, he got injured. And in the second year, they had the COVID year, he opted out. But all he has done is lead the team in tackles every year that he's been on the field. And when you have a great nucleus of young football players, you have to have that veteran that can lead the show and right the ship when things go bad. And C.J. Mosley has been there. Ever since he left Baltimore and coming to the Jets, he's been the leader of this defense, and he's doing it in a big way. I love watching C.J. Mosley go out and play. He's all over the field. He's always around the football. And whenever you have a linebacker, you want him to be in the picture whenever the ball is.
Thomas, the reason why he's always around football is he knows where the ball's going. There you go. He's done his homework. He knows the formation. He knows the plays. He knows all the plays off the play. So he's getting everybody lined up constantly. But what I like is when he gets the ball, he gets them in a violent move. Like, he is a good hitter. You don't break tackles from C.J. Mosley. And we see tackling as an issue in this league-wide. C.J. Mosley hits you the play in. Like, he makes sure. Love it.
And Baldy, I mean, he must be pretty dang good. Georgia Bulldogs sitting here talking so nicely about a couple Alabama.
All the time, you're talking about Alabama guys in a good place.
Something. All right, let's go back to MetLife Stadium. Now, Mike Garafolo, he's the senior with us. And, guys, Doug Peterson on the offensive side, certainly, just as a kind of collective fresh breath of air down in Jacksonville. How have you guys seen what he's done to put his imprint on this team?
There's no doubt about it. From an offensive standpoint, from an atmosphere standpoint, and I talked to Doug the other day, I said, you know, we talked about sometimes players need to get into a rhythm. Maybe they need to learn their new head coach. You have to learn your players. You have to get into a rhythm yourself. You have to get back to feeling what it's like to be a head coach. He said, yeah, and it took him some time. He said, it's like the players getting reps. He needed reps, and he needed time to find that rhythm, and he's found it lately. And all of a sudden, it's like, okay, yeah, this is what it used to be like as a head coach. So Doug Peterson has taken that year off there, back in the groove of the head coach.
And I was talking to a few players, and they said what they love about Doug is he had his open door is actually listening, not just appeasing a player and then saying, okay, you feel worse when you feel worse walking out, then you walk in. He feels listened by Doug. Doug listens, takes the inputs, and makes adjustments as well as listening.
Michael Carter right there might be starting at running back tonight. He's healthy right now. He's a guy that, you know, you watch the running back drills, he's always the first one in every single drill. Like, he wants to be great. And if the Jets are going to compete tonight and take down Jacksonville coming off that big win against Dallas, you're going to have to get that running game going the way they did against Buffalo a few weeks ago when they had their last win.
All right, there you go, Doug Peterson. Watching, getting a nice little hug in with Robert Saleh as those two head coaches meet there in the middle of the field in this rain. Robert Saleh, you talk about a great head coach and obviously defensive coach.
Listen, I love what Robert Saleh brings to the table. You can see the way that this defense has performed. It's been directly based off the way his coaching style is. You started in San Francisco when he was coaching those guys, and now you see it with the Jets. These players love to go out and play for this coach. And that's what you want when you hire a head coach for your football team.
Yes, certainly. Those two head coaches. I think even with the skid that the Jets have been on, I think Robert Saleh's steady hand has been fantastic for this team this year. He's got a lot to play for here over these final weeks. And we have a lot more game day kickoff to come. If you are an Amazon Prime member, and you already have Prime Video, so it's easy. Just download
NFL.com or TTV, you don't need it.
To go. Game day kickoff, we'll be right back.
This holiday season, give your family the gift that keeps on going. Energizer Ultimate Lithium. The #1 longest lasting AA battery.
Tis the season to switch to Verizon. It's your last chance to get our best deal of the year.
Tis. They'll give you the new iPhone 14 Pro. Nippy phone.
This holiday season, Verizon gives you the new iPhone 14 Pro that's in stock now. Plus an Apple gift, like Apple Watch SE, iPad, and Beats Fit Pro. All on us. That's a value of up to $1,900.
Wow.
Act now. It's our best deal of the year, but it ends soon. Visit Verizon today.
Look at our moment. A moment when everything is on the line. I know the moment I want. Sunday, January 16th, playoffs. We couldn't miss. That's a moment I'd like to own forever. Now, you can too. Own the moments that matter. NFL all day.
You know why man's so different this year? Field season. It changes everything. So I can finally go.
They have your personal information. Anyone can be you. Spectrum One keeps your personal data safe and private. That's privacy protection. That's Spectrum One.
Teaching him to ride a bike? That's parenting one. But Mom, get Greenlight and teach him what it takes to buy a bike. He's shy. Crushing chores, getting paid, and buying a bike. Then teach him how to buy stock in a bike company. Teach him how to be smart about money, and he'll go far.
Super Bowl! Oh, hey, Mom!
Gotta get the world of money together. Invest in best investment. Greenlight.
Together we can solve hunger. Together we're feeding America.
Hey, the weather outside might be frightful, but the Jags and Jets are ready to roll here to kick off this holiday weekend and this week 16 of this season. Trevor Lawrence, one of the hottest quarterbacks in football now, one of the hottest teams in football, suddenly back in the playoff picture. Garrett Wilson has been the best rookie wide receiver this season, leading all rookies in receiving yards, and looking to add that total tonight. Yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle for Zach Wilson this season. There's still plenty of fans sporting the number 2 jerseys inside MetLife Stadium, braving the wind and the rain and the cold temps. Just what you want for a little holiday primer here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to NFL Game Day Kickoff. So great to be here with you. Brett Lewis, Pro Bowler Thomas Davis, your old vet Brian Baldinger, all here with you, wishing you guys a happy holiday season. And that is certainly what it is turning into for the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are in a prime spot to make the playoffs. In fact, they control their own destiny. Win tonight and in the following 2 weeks, and they are in, not just in, but as AFC South champions.
I'll never forget how I felt in that locker room after the game. That was our 5th loss in a row. That flipped the switch in me. I have a little bit more of a chip on my shoulder now. I just want to be the player that I know I can be.
Lawrence, he's got it for a touchdown.
What a throw by Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jacksonville! How good is that? What a throw, what a drive, what a game by Trevor Lawrence.
That's a man. Jones is open. He's got it.
That's a franchise quarterback if I've ever seen one.
Let's go overtime.
Let's go Golden. Intercepted. Rashad Jenkins is going in.
Winners of 4 of their last 6, the Jags are surging behind their second-year quarterback, 6-8 record as it stands right now, and beat the Tennessee Titans, who currently have that top spot in the AFC South back in Week 14. They get them again in Week 18, which means, yes, they control their own destiny and own the tiebreaker over the Titans. So a lot on the line for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Baldy, let's talk about that team. Are we looking at the AFC South champions tonight taking on the Jets at MetLife?
I'm not ready to punch a playoff ticket yet. I'm giving us a very tough opponent tonight. You know, they came back against the Cowboys last weekend, and the Cowboys players play hard. You're not going to see corner play from the Jets like that tonight. You're not going to be the easy touchdown throw to get them back in the game when they're down 27-10. This is, you know, they'll take care of business tonight. They're going to win the division. But they have to win this game. It's a short week. They're on the road. It's bad weather. They're coming off the biggest win that anybody has seen Jacksonville have in years. And so I don't know if there's going to let down tonight. You know, you hope that there isn't. That's a coach's job to make sure that it doesn't. But this is a very tough spot for
It's not the direction I wanted to be at.
That they absolutely are going to be a playoff team. Because you look at their division, right? You look at the way the Colts are playing. You look at Houston, you know that they're out of it. But the Tennessee Titans are the biggest disappointment for me right now down the stretch because they started out as their odds-on favorite to win that division once they took control of it. And since they played the Eagles, they've been on a downward spiral for me. And that, to me, speaks now they have their quarterback on. Jacksonville Jaguars team taking over. They're not able to run the ball effectively. Derrick Henry has had some fumbling issues, something that we haven't seen from him in the last 5 or 6 years of him being the starting running back down there. So it's troubling me the way that the Tennessee Titans are headed right now. The only thing, Thomas, is if Jacksonville loses to the Jets, they're going to be 6-9. Now, they can still win the division.
Yes.
Mathematically, they can still win it with the losing record. You know, 6-9, you got Houston, you got Tennessee left. Definitely they can win both those games. But this is the pivotal game tonight. Oh, this is huge.
And as you mentioned, for the Titans, who are spiraling here at this point, 4 losses in a row, and they're going to have Ryan Tannehill this weekend, perhaps, for the rest of the season. All right, so let's switch to the other side of the field tonight and go inside MetLife Stadium, where Mike Garafolo and Smith Sr. are rocking and rolling there for us. So on the flip side, I guess the question is, you know, in this home finale for the Jets, as they kick off this 3-game stretch here, Mike, how do they find the path to the postseason?
You know, it's hi, Steve. How you doing? I don't know if they find the path to the postseason, but that was part of the decision, by the way, to go with Mike White and to bench Zach Wilson, because we're in the thick of a playoff race. But we've got a team that's starting to show signs of progression, and we can't sit there and say we got to wait for this guy to come around as we're losing meaningful games here. Yeah. But it just reminds me, before the season, I was on Good Morning Football one day, and we had a big a segment about how do the Jets make the playoffs. I don't even care about the playoffs for the Jets. To me, a successful season for the Jets is young players start to play well, check. And Zach Wilson plays well. Yeah, we haven't checked that box yet. So, to me, the bigger thing for the Jets, I don't care. I still don't care if they make the playoffs in the last 3 games. I care, can Zach Wilson start to turn the corner and at least make a statement that he should be in consideration to be the franchise quarterback moving into 23?
I believe going into the offseason, they will have, it'll be open competition in training camp. But the Jets going to the playoffs, this is a team that we didn't believe would be going to the playoffs or even be in the playoff hunt. And look how good they are with a young team. They're playing extraordinary football right now. So whether they go to the playoffs or not, you know in 2023 and in these last 3 or 4 games, that the Jets are not a cakewalk. They're not the laughing stock. They are not going to go into New England and you think it's an easy game. No. This Jets team is here for real.
The hard way.
Yes, they did. Yeah. But who's quarterback?
Zach Wilson.
Okay.
Yeah.
He showed signs.
Yeah, well, listen, this team is ready to go.
Yes.
Like, they've been in rebuild mode for a while. This team is ready to go. The quarterback can't be the one holding them back.
So you know what that means?
What does that mean?
That means that they got a lot of filet mignons.
Yeah.
But the chef is not doing well with the rest.
You had a filet last night. It was good, right?
It was tasty.
It was tasty. My guys in Hoboken cooked it up for us.
Atta baby. Love it. Pre-game meal. Mike Garafolo, Steve Smith Sr. Was an A+. Good work, guys. So, like, as you look at it, we talked about playmakers. Zach Wilson's got plenty of them, right? Play caller, Michael Flohr up there trying to put him in the best position to succeed. Baldy, I remember going back to his pro day. I was on the call for that. We all got enamored with those ability to make those creative off-platform. We saw a little bit of that last week. Is that part of the game plan to win tonight?
Look, those plays can be. You can make those. You can't live on them. Like the last time the Jets won a big game was against Buffalo, and Zach Wilson was starting quarterback. That day, they ran the ball really well, especially in the fourth quarter when it was 17-17. They went down. I think it was the best drive of the year. Zach Wilson was asked to complete a couple key third down throws, which he did. But he wasn't the main course. We're talking about state dinners. He wasn't the main course. And I think tonight, like, get the ball to Garrett Wilson and run the ball effectively. Like, so that you are in these second and third and long situations where all of a sudden Zach feels like he's just got to run around, make these big hero type throws. That is not going to play well against that.
Bobby, I just want to find out how Zach handles that person. At what point in the game when that person is striking and the fan base comes down on him, like we know the Jets fans can be hard on the player, but how does he respond? How does he handle that? I mean, that's one of the things that I'm going to be looking forward to tonight, because you're never going to go out and play a perfect game at any position right on this football field. You're going to have things that you wish you could take back or you wish you could do differently. But how is he going to handle when he throws an interception? How is he going to respond when he fumbles a snap, or if any of those things happen in this guy? What kind of quarterback will we get after those things happen?
I'll just move on. I mean, there's no other way around it here for Zach Wilson and the Jets as they try to keep their postseason hopes alive. Exclusive games continue on NFL Network and NFL Plus on Christmas Eve. This Saturday, we're headed to Pittsburgh for a holiday classic on Christmas Eve night. Raiders visiting the Steelers in a celebration of the life of Franco Harris on the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception game. Game day kickoff gets you started right here on NFL Network at 6 p.m. Eastern. Of course, besides celebrating Franco's life at halftime on Saturday with his jersey,
He died?
of course, paying our respects as well. Starting at 9 p.m. tomorrow night, it's A Football Life, Franco Harris, followed by A Football Life, Immaculate Reception. Meanwhile, many of Franco's closest Steelers friends have been reacting to this tragic loss.
The ultimate team guy. And ultimate, you don't see a lot anymore. Never was overtaken with success after changing. And that's one of the beauties of that.
We were looking in on the weekend to
Where'd he
honor
go?
him,
I lost him.
and his legacy, not only for us as an organization, but for this game of football. I know how excited he was about that. I've had an opportunity to run across him several times in recent weeks, and I know he was enjoying the ride that is the experience of the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception.
When you hear someone talk about Franco Harris, they say, oh, he was so gracious with his time, he was so nice. But he was like that with everyone, including former teammates and playing for the organization. He means so much more than the word. Franco wasn't a guy about the words. Franco was a guy about action. The time he gave off the field. Sitting behind me is my Man of the Year trophy. Franco was Man of the Year.
Indeed, he was the 1976 NFL Man of the Year, the Super Bowl IX MVP, a four-time Super Bowl champion, and the author of the greatest play in NFL history, as voted on back in our NFL 100 celebration. Franco Harris was 72 years old.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket.
Cricket is easy, it's affordable, customer service is top-notch. That's why I've been working for so long.
With all that, I'd stay a while too. Smile, you're on Cricket.
We all have something we love. A passion. Could be our job. Travel. Sports. It could be anything. But here's the thing. If you follow it, wherever it takes you, you'll always find what you're looking for. This holiday season, give your family the gift that keeps going.
From very own Energizer Bunny?
Energizer Ultimate Lithium. The #1 longest lasting AA battery.
Introducing Discover Online Privacy Protection. We'll help remove your personal data from 10 popular people search websites. Because the thing about your personal information is that it should stay private. Online privacy protection. Free from Discover.
I'd love to have one of my own someday.
Thanks.
Oh, I was talking about your USAA bumper sticker.
My dad, sir, passed membership down to me. I'll pass it to her.
That's all I can get.
USAA. It's for the military community.
What does it take to be the best? You just gotta get some mindset of being a warrior, a gladiator, ready to go out there and prepare for battle. Sacrifice your life, and flip this in. I feel invincible. Get chills now. What does it take to be the best? Everything you got.
What if I sleep bad?
Or cold.
No problem. Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed is temperature balancing, so you both stay comfortable. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Shop now at sleepnumber.com.
Are you a referee?
Apple, Omaha,
Illegal substitution.
pylon,
Interception.
How many words? Break it into words.
Oh, why do we know it? Helmet catch.
Stop guessing. Take the helmet.
Is it the Caesar Sportsman app and Caesar Rewards where the more you play, the more stuff you earn, and they have fast payouts because Caesar is the man? Yes! What a thing?
How is that even possible?
Nice job, Chris.
It's 27 words. First clues ever. Pretty obvious. Possible.
You're worth my favorite, Archie! CJ Mosley getting the Jets defense ready. A Pro Bowler. That's a great story right there for CJ Mosley. Robert Saleh, the Jets head coach, said this guy doesn't get enough credit. Well, I'll give him credit. He is a terrific football player, and he's only gotten better since he's come to the Jets. Robert Saleh, please have CJ Mosley on his defense.
$10,000.
Oh, Jets players love Robert Saleh. They love playing for him. Sauce Gardner loves playing for him. Sauce Gardner just loves playing football. This guy, he's been so impressive in his rookie season, Steve, and I know that you've been impressed by what you've seen from him. Tell me what you love about Sauce.
Just what I love about Sauce, he'll get upper pressure, he'll get in your face, but then he also plays on coverage. There's a lot of multiple fronts that Robert Saleh was playing. Secondary, they play a lot of zone. He is also able to play in zone and also play man coverage and play man and zone coverage a little bit. He'll get caught, he can have the quarterback because he's a very greedy type of corner where he wants to read keys, alignment, and assignment, and then also try to show the receiver in the route. That is all the traits of a very good corner, almost curve, so that's what I call myself. The catches. Sauce is just one of those guys. The fourth overall pick the Jets made, they could have used the second overall pick and still had the same kind of impact because he's changing how they're able to play defense in the back half.
He's just so long. He's so confident.
Awesome.
He's really been quite the revelation. And let's see if the Jaguars target him, because the Lions didn't last week. He said he wanted to make a play for his Michigan guys. He didn't even get a chance.
So the question is, do they put Sauce on Zay Jones, who's been playing in the slot that they've been featuring a lot, or do they go back to Christian Kirk, who has been playing really good football? But since the break, they've been allowing other guys to eat. So when Christian is needed later in the season, he can come to the party and play like Zay Jones has been doing for the last couple of weeks.
I don't know. What would you do?
I put him on Christian Kirk.
Okay, there you go. See, I'm not the football expert. I'm just the guy to keep the train on the tracks here when I'm with you. But look, I want to talk about this Jets defense. as a whole. Because from front to back, you got the front line playing well, you got the linebackers playing well, you got the defensive playing well, and Jeff Ulbrich, the defensive coordinator, who catches a lot of heat. When you talk to the Jets folks, they say, give this guy the credit for the job that he is doing with this defense this year, because Robert Saleh, yeah, he's a defensive coach and he's a former coordinator, but he lets Ulbrich really run the show there. And what Ulbrich has been really good about doing is letting them know, letting the front office know, these are the kinds of guys that are going to fit what we do. And the communication between upstairs and the coaching staff, particularly on that side of the ball, has been really good. And then it's about tailoring the defense to the strengths of the players that they have. So the Jets really want Ulbrich to get the credit for it.
And Ulbrich is doing a good job of hiring also some former players. Safeties coach Marquand Manuel. He was defensive coordinator in Atlanta. You got Ricky Manuel Jr., who's a defensive assistant. He played quarterback. So you have some guys who actually play the game, so they're able to identify and also relate to some of the players, understand what they're doing. So sometimes you get players, you get coaches who never played the game. But these guys have played the game, so they understand completely what they're doing.
Lights out. Get that Irish working down. You know, I'm talking about down Orlando, our camera operator tonight. Christine Martin is here. She's our field producer. Our regular field producer, Anthony Biazzi, he is a New York guy, and I was giving him crap for not being with us tonight, and I didn't know why, because he's here in the area.
Things to do.
Because he had better things to do. Anthony and Maureen, congratulations. Engaged tonight at Rockefeller.
This is yes.
What a tourist. What a tourist. He went to Rockefeller Center. Yes. The New York guy, Biazzi. We could not be more happy. That's my birthday buddy. We share a birthday, by the way. All right, start your weekend, holiday weekend, Saturday with NFL Game Day morning. Chris Rose, Emmanuel Sanders, Cynthia Freeland, Rachel.
We on? Okay. It's a boat truck. Products loaded and waiting. They'll pay more for it if you get it to them quick, so get on over to the dock.
Getting you set for a Christmas Day triple header. 3 games all Christmas Day. Trevor Lawrence, oh man, he's got a little more fire than I thought he had. You can see it right there. Rallying the troops. It's bad weather, it's windy, but he wants to throw the ball tonight. I think he's going to be able to do a little bit. Your referee?
Apple, Omaha, Ivy, legal substance, pylon, interception. How many words? Break it into words. Oh, I know it. Helmet catch. Stop guessing the helmet catch.
Isn't the Caesar Sportsman Guide with Caesar Store Awards, the more you play, the more stuff you earn, and they have fast payouts because Caesar is the man?
Yes! Is that a thing? How is that even possible? Nice job, Phil. It's 27 words. Effort for 30 hours. Possible. Who was my favorite, Archie?
This holiday season, give your family the gift that keeps them going.
Our very own Energizer Bunny?
Energizer Ultimate Lithium. The #1 longest lasting AA battery.
NFL Knockout presented by Caesar Sportsbook. Yeah, and you can play for free all season long. Survive 10 questions. Don't get knocked out. And win weekly prizes, including a chance to win a VIP trip to Super Bowl 57. Play at NFL.com/knockout.
Are you ready? Babylon has arrived. Hell yeah! It's a wildly entertaining ride and the most fun you'll have at the movies.
Who wants to see me? Fire Snake!
You're Fire Snake. This is great. Babylon, now play.
The day that JD was injured, I had woke up to a odd phone call. It was the military calling to tell me that he had stepped on an IED.
The day I got injured, she got wounded as well. And the veterans wouldn't be the men that we are and the women that we are today if it wasn't for better half helping us in every direction.
I'm a nonprofit that support veterans, offer your services if you don't have the financial resources to offer. There's always a way to help.
Visit SaluteHeroes.org to learn more. We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect, That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
Plan for natural disasters today. Visit ready.gov/plan.
National Football League.
It truly is the most wonderful time of the year. Talking about the playoff push, of course, certainly helps that it is a Christmas weekend here, which you can kick off on Saturday night. Christmas Eve special, our holiday classic, exclusively here on NFL Network. The Raiders visiting the Steelers in the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception. Kickoff get you started at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, Jets fans are hoping there is a postseason berth wrapped up under their Christmas trees this weekend. A win tonight would certainly help that cause as they get set to host the Jaguars here on Thursday Night Football to kick off Week 16. Red Lewis, Thomas Davis, Brian Baldinger here in studio. Mike Garafolo, Steve Smith Sr. at MetLife Stadium, where Garrett Wilson, Steve Smith, has been on fire this year.
Garrett Wilson is playing out of his mind. Young talent. I believe Garrett Wilson has all the makings to be a 1A. You know, he already is at 1A. 1A where he's not a young guy. Go ahead, Baldy, ask me a question.
No, yeah. Go for it, Baldy.
Hey, Baldy, hey, this is my segment. Go ahead and ask me any question you want.
I just wanted to know, Steve, can you target Garrett Wilson too much? Because I feel like every time he touches him, Steve, something good happens for the Jets.
Yes, you can target Garrett Wilson too much. And the reason why I say that you can do too much is for Garrett Wilson to be an outstanding wide receiver, he can be on a consistent level. You have to have Elijah Moore be able to have that same impact T. Higgins has with the Cincinnati Bengals with Garrett Wilson, with Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are one of the best two young guys out there. And Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore have that same ability. Because when someone wants to take away Elijah Moore because he plays well, then Garrett Wilson's going to shine. And when they take away Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore's going to shine. So you can't really pick one guy because it's a death by 1,000 knives by either guy. And that's why you got to let each guy go. And last thing, if you give Garrett Wilson the ball all the time, then you slow down the learning process of Elijah Moore in the game, and then you slow down his progress.
I know we have footage somewhere of Steve talking to Garrett Wilson during warm-ups, giving him pointers. I love when Steve gives back to the game and talks to these young wide receivers. And I love when they say, I watched you growing up. That's my favorite part.
Whoa,
Quentin Williams is in action today. He was questionable, but they knew all along that he'd be good to go despite that calf injury. Look, he had a foot injury early in the year and started to play really well. As he was starting to feel better with that foot, let's see how he's able to respond with another lower extremity issue in that calf.
Right, there's Sauce Gardner. That's his pregame warm-up. He's consistent with that every single week on the sideline. Just his footwork right there, attention to detail, back pedal, break on the ball, hit the ball with his hands. He's looking at like, hey, maybe I'll get some. He's like that right fielder at T-ball. Somebody hit a ball out there. Give me a little action out here tonight. I think you'll see it from Trevor Lawrence tonight.
Oh, yeah, Trevor Lawrence, beware, targeting number 1 in black tonight. Getting close to kickoff here, and we do have more game day kickoff to come. And if you are an Amazon Prime member, then you already have Prime Video. So this is easy. Just download the Prime Video app on any device. And if you're not an Amazon Prime member, what are you waiting for? Sign up for a free trial today. Playoffs on the line as Garrett Wilson and the Jets look to keep those hopes alive tonight against a Jaguars team controlling their own destiny. Win the next 3, and you're looking at the AFC South champions there. Big one tonight on TNF.
What if you could own a moment? I know the moment I want. Own the moments that matter. NFL all day.
Heck, hear me out. Anyone can change the game with the power of Visa. Look at that. Derrick Henry's using Visa to load up the next generation. They're gonna be champions. Well, one day.
Introducing Discover Online Privacy Protection. We'll help remove your personal data from 10 popular people search websites. Because the thing about your personal information is that it should stay private. Online Privacy Protection. Free from Discover.
Prime Video, bring in the new.
I don't know what to say.
Get into some family drama.
Surprise!
Even add on some TV traditions.
Santa's coming to town!
Prime Video lets you binge top movies and hit shows.
Okay,
Stream live
invoice
sports.
paid,
Even add
and
on
we
other
have a sale.
streams and additional
Currency's in your
movies
wallet,
to
and Long
rent
John
your
T
life.
is logging out.
'Tis the season to bundle up. See where it takes you. Prime Video.
Whether you're on the field or on the road, preparation is everything. Castro Edge is 3 times stronger than the leading full synthetic, so you're prepared for whatever the road throws your way. Castro Edge, unlock maximum performance.
Are you a referee? Apple. Omaha. Hey, illegal substance. Pylon. Interception. How many words? Break it into words. Oh, I know it. Helmet catch. Stop guessing the helmet catch.
Is it the Caesars Sportsbook app and Caesars rewards for the more you play, the more stuff you earn, and they have fast payouts because Caesar is the man?
Yes! Is that a thing?
How is that even possible?
Nice job, Phil.
It's 27 words. Worst clues ever. Pretty obvious. Who was my favorite, Auntie?
People who come to cricket, stay with cricket.
I love how cricket has no hidden fees, no hidden charges. It's just predictable.
With cricket, I can stay in touch with my grandson as much as I want, without being concerned that my bills go up.
The 5G is like fast. It makes sharing photos of our projects and video calls super easy. Switch for the speed, stay for the savings. Smile, you're on Cream.
MetLife Stadium, the scene as we kick off Week 16, a week full of playoff implications here in these final 3 regular season weeks. One that involves Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars controlling their own destiny in their path to the postseason. It could be a bit more complicated for Zach Wilson in the New York Jets, who have had their offensive struggles, but look to turn it around tonight against Jacksonville. Jets fans showing up in the rain and the wind. Look at that game time forecast. 100% chance of precipitation as the Jets look to get back on the winning track tonight against the Jacksonville Jaguars on Thursday night football. Good evening and happy game day evening to you as we welcome you to NFL Game Day Kickoff. Brett Lewis, Thomas Davis, and Brian Baldinger excited to be back here with you moments now from kickoff over on Prime Video. And this kickoff tonight for the Jacksonville Jaguars kicks off a stretch of 3 games where if they win, they are in. Does not get better than that with the postseason on the line. And obviously a big piece of that surge here as of late, Baldy, has been Trevor Lawrence. But as you look at the Jags winning 4 of their last 6, this is the toughest defense that they're going to play on that stretch.
So every game for a young player presents new challenges. They're going to see a top 5 defense tonight. It's a short week. It's inclement weather. And they're in a playoff hunt. So all these things are part of the maturation process of Trevor Lawrence right here. Like, there's no excuses or anything like that. He's been playing very well. Now this is a great test against a good defense, excellent corners, tight windows, and a very good defensive line that can pressure. So we're going to find out a lot about Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay, like you said, Bobby, I just want to know what we're seeing is real. You can have a game against a Cowboys team that we all thought defensively was really good, but they had lows in their season over the last couple of weeks. But having to play this Jets defense in New York is going to be a great test to find out what Trevor Lawrence and this offense is really going to be about, and how can defense stack up. Can they get them extra positions? Can they get the football back to Trevor Lawrence when they need it in clutch situations?
And joining us from the site of Thursday Night Football tonight at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, Mike Garafolo, Steve Smith Sr. And if you've been watching our show here this evening, I kind of gets the vibe of what you guys are feeling about Zach Wilson in general tonight. But Mike, you want to give us a sense of what we need to see from Zach in order for the Jets to get where they want to go?
Well, it's not even so much, I know how Steve feels, but it's how this home crowd feels about Zach Wilson. And I know this. One of the things the Jaguars were talking about, let's force him to make a mistake early, throw an interception, then you're going to get this crowd that came out in cold, wet, blustery conditions, gave up a night close to the holiday. As Ellen Griswold said, it's the holidays and we're all in misery. And so now this guy's going to start playing poorly early on. They're going to get on him. Let's make that happen tonight. That's a goal for Jacksonville.
For me, Zach Wilson, I was hard on him at the end of the day. I think he's a phenomenal player. He can play football. He just has to put it together for 4 quarters and not make mistakes. He can get out of the pocket, make some athletic throws, but at the end of the day, when their backup is playing better than you on a more consistent level, and other playmakers around you are wearing T-shirts with the other guy's face on it and name, that says a lot. That's not Steve's opinion. That's what's out there in the sphere, the Twitter sphere, everything.
Yeah, the atmosphere, the Twitter sphere, all the spheres, right?
Yeah, and the atmosphere gets a little darker out there for you guys at MetLife Stadium. Thanks very much for giving us that great insight. We'll get back to you with game picks here in a moment as we get you set for a holiday classic on Christmas Eve night to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay, we need you to take this route to the buyers. The cops will be trying to intervene, so we've allocated a big rig with scoop on the front to keep them off. Sound good? Great.
Celebrate the life of Franco Harris. Look at the TD. I'm at the boombox.
Oh, Maggie.
On the road?
They stole that from Sarah. And, Debo and came out like that. That's energy. That's juice. Whatever you do to get you excited. I love the boombox.
I think it's going to influence our picks next.
You got to do it. You got to bring the juice.
Are you a referee?
Apple, Omaha,
Illegal substitution.
Highline,
Interception.
How many words? Break it into words.
Oh, I know. Helmet catch.
Stop guessing the helmet catch.
Is it the Caesars Sportsbook app that Caesars rewards the more you play, the more stuff you earn, and they have fast payouts because Caesar is the man?
Yes!
Is that a thing?
How is that even possible?
Nice job, Bill.
It's 27 words. Worst clues ever. Pretty obvious. Possible. Who was my favorite Archie?
Introducing Discover Online Privacy Protection. We will help remove your personal data from 10 popular people search websites. Because the thing about your personal information is that it should stay private. Online Privacy Protection. Free from Discover.
No!
What does it take to build a foundation for growth? The same as it always has. 1 foreman, 1 excavator operator, 12 workers, 2 safety specialists,
one all-star builder, and our dedicated team of mental and physical health experts. Because future-proofing your business begins with healthy employees. And for many companies, that begins with Cigna. Don't just pay for a health plan, invest in a growth plan.
Play like mad with FieldSense, an all-new game play system. FieldSense changes the foundation of how you play by giving you more control all over the field. Control to put the ball where only one receiver can catch it. Control to make explosive cuts. Control to break loose with new mechanics and cheat speed. Control to blow up a play from any position on every down. Play like mad, only with FieldSense.
Luxury, exemplary. Innovation, electric. With Apple Music Scenes Music. The all-new, all-electric EQS SUV for Mercedes-Benz.
The technology inside, the technology that moves the world. Inside.
We've got the Jaguars in all white. We've got the Jets right here in all black. We'll call this game the colorless rush. What do you think about that one, Steve? I'm workshopping. This place is loud. They want to spell Jets. They love to do that. Fireman's going to do that in a couple minutes. Will he do it a bunch of times after the Jets score? You tell me. Here's your prediction.
Well, my pick, either way, can't go wrong. I like both these teams. They're young, talented, but at the end of the day, I gotta go with the high hand. I think the Jazz got a high hand. Okay. 25-17.
Just to be clear, you can be wrong.
I'm probably wrong. Yeah. But guess what? I'll be wrong again next week.
That's all right.
I'll be right again next week.
Just keep shooting, Steve. Just keep shooting. Terrific job. Thank you, buddy.
Hey, hat tip to you guys out there in the elements again tonight. Or Mike Garafolo, Steve Smith Sr. Thanks very much for your pick. So we'll have our game picks here in just a second, but a couple of matchups to watch. What do you got here, Dizzy?
Lil Khan, the linebacker for the Jacksonville Jaguars, has been phenomenal for the last couple of years. I talked about it earlier in the show. He hasn't got the recognition that I know that he deserves. Watching him against these Jets running backs, Michael Carter, Knight, just seeing how he is able to go down and help shut down that running game and force Zach Wilson to beat throwing the football, that's going to be the biggest thing that I'm interested in, because if you take the running game away from them and force their hand, you can make them play into exactly what you want to do as a football team for the Jaguars.
Bam Knight might be running the bam in the middle of that Jaguar defense. This boy, Lil Khan. What you got, Baldy?
Well, we talked about both these players tonight. Trevor Lawrence, who's completing 70% of his passes over the last 6 weeks, best in the NFL, going up against Sauce Gardner tonight, who is a rookie, fourth pick in the draft, that made his first Pro Bowl. He has been targeted not very many times over the last 2 weeks. Will Trevor Lawrence go Sauce Gardner's way? He leads the NFL with passes defense. He's got 2 interceptions. Is there going to be a challenge towards Sauce Gardner tonight? I believe that at some point, there are going to be some targets coming his way. I think everybody kind of wants to see if Sauce can throw a blanket over the Jacksonville Jaguar receivers that Steve Smith talked so lonely about over the last 2.5 hours.
All right, so we got Steve's pick. He's going with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll give a pick here as well, and I'm going to go with the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence, playing as good as any quarterback in football right now, but the best quarterbacks in our league elevate. They elevate their game, they elevate the teammates around them, and they elevate when their teams need them the most on a short week playing against a tough defense. Give me Trevor and the Jags to get it done tonight, 27-19. All right, TD, what you think?
I'm going with the Jags, too. I just think momentum is a big thing in this game, and we have the momentum that the Jacksonville Jaguars are coming into this game with. I'm going with them 24-17 to win this game. I feel like they have the hot hand and they're going to continue.
All the clean sweep?
It's not a clean sweep. I'm feeling the other side right now. I like the Jets in this game. I like their defense a lot, especially with Quinn Williams in the middle. I think their defensive line is going to play like a pack of hungry wolves. And that's not going to be good for Trevor Lawrence tonight. And I think that they have a chance of taking the ball away tonight and helping that offense out. They need some help. They would love to get some takeaways. You're looking at, some of the defensive backs there of the Jets. I like the Jets in this game tonight, 20-17. Okay.
However, if our picks, me and you, TD, are correct, the Cincinnati Bengals watching it home are very happy.
Yeah.
Get that playoff berth clinched up. There's Sauce. He's ready to put a wet blanket on what's been a surging Jacksonville Jaguars team. Hot Trevor Lawrence. Does he keep the hot streak rolling? Kickoff is next. We're back with you post game.
Luxury exemplified. Innovation electrified. With Apple Music seamlessly integrated. The all-new, all-electric EQS SUV for Mercedes-Benz.
FanDuel is dropping you in the middle of all the fantasy football action all season long. Right now, new customers can play $1 worth of contests and get a $10 bonus instantly. It's easy to build a team in minutes. From a single game to season-long contests, you can take home W's all year long. Make every moment more FanDuel. 'Tis the season to switch to Verizon. It's your last chance to get our best deal of the year.
Tis? They'll give you the new iPhone 14 Pro. Amazing phone.
This holiday season, Verizon gives you the new iPhone 14 Pro that's in stock now. Plus an Apple gift, like Apple Watch SE, iPad, and Beats Fit Pro. All on us. That's a value of up to $1,900. Wow! Act now. It's our best deal of the year, but it ends soon. Visit Verizon today.
What if you could own a moment when everything is on the line?
If they have your personal information, anyone can be you. Spectrum One keeps your personal data safe and private. That's privacy protection. That's Spectrum One.
If you talk, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy. So we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. You not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, but need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous.
Hello, Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help you?
And guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy.
Your beautiful new aircraft is waiting at our nearest airfield. We hope you're very happy, sir.
Underage use of alcohol and other drugs. Visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So tell that Leo, you can do it if you try.
Don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/region.
Late last night, the snow started falling in Orchard Park, New York, ahead of this matchup on Saturday between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills, and it continued to fall until early this afternoon. They got the field ready, they got it cleared off, and right now, no snow for this key matchup of the AFC East as the Bills try to win their way into the playoffs, and the Dolphins try to keep pace. Tua Tagovailoa try to bounce back from two rough games on the West Coast. Josh Allen looking to lead his Bills to the postseason once more. And we welcome you inside the broadcast booth alongside my partner, Mark Sanchez. I'm Kevin Kugler, and welcome to this AFC East showdown where we talk Josh Allen. He's got a little bit of a dinged-up elbow, but he's been able to lead this Bills team to the cusp of the playoffs.
He sure has, but he's an Iron Man. He's not going to let that bother him. And really, he's the catalyst for this offense. This is the one who makes everything go. And if this thing turns into a snow globe, a blizzard, a whiteout, whatever's coming tonight, this guy's going to be ready because this offense already has designed quarterback runs in it. They don't have to make anything up. They know he can run the rock, and every time he's played Miami, 2 touchdown passes.
Well, for Miami, they're trying to find multiple touchdowns because the last couple of weeks on the West Coast, the offense has been stuck in neutral.
That's exactly right. And their rhythm, timing offense for Tua Tagovailoa, they've been out of rhythm and off timing because these defenses the last 2 weeks have really jammed those receivers out on the perimeter. The Cheetah and the Penguin, they got to find a way to get free, break out of the cage, break out of the zoo, and make something happen for Tua tonight.
Well, we've got this game well covered. We start on the Buffalo sideline with our friend and colleague, Laura Hope.
Hi, Kevin. If you just turned on the game and said, where is the snow? Where's the blizzard? Is there going to be a whiteout? We just described the day of the whole Bills equipment staff. We said we didn't know what to prepare for because we didn't know what to expect. So we prepared for everything. Each player has 3 types of shoes in his locker, 2 types of gloves, thermals, hand warmers, toe warmers. There'll be constant communication tonight. As the weather changes, so will apparel. Changing sidelines. Hi, Peter Schrager.
Laura, you know, the weather was the whole story for the Miami Dolphins also this week. So much so that head coach Mike McDaniel wore this shirt to practice. I wish it were colder. Whole team has leaned into this thing. McDaniel said he took a lesson from his old head coach Dan Quinn, who said, embrace the suck. This is going to be cold. We were built for this. The Dolphins, they're ready for this one in Western New York.
And it is cold. We do have cold weather, but we don't have the snow, at least at the moment, like we thought we might. Clear skies, 28 degrees, 10-mile-per-hour winds. In Miami, let's see, it's raining. You wouldn't want to be in Miami. March 73 degrees and rain, that's no good. 28 and clear. Here in Buffalo, Bills fans been climbing for this since Friday morning when they started putting RVs into the lot. Let's go. Under the lights in Orchard Park.
I think this crowd is nice and lathered up. You know, and layered up.
There's not a bad way to be tonight, as Raheem Mostert will receive. The Buffalo Bills won the toss and elected to defer. So what are you looking for first when Miami's on offense?
I think most importantly, Tua had one of his worst outings last week as a quarterback. When I had a tough game, all I want to do is get to next week. This game couldn't come soon enough for Tua Tagovailoa. I think he had him some easy completions, maybe out on the perimeter, some easy nakeds, or quick, RPO game. Just stack a couple completions, get his confidence rolling. You do not want this crowd to get into this game. You hear it right now. If they start scoring touchdowns, it turns into Otis Day in the Nights. This thing can turn into Animal House real fast. They'll be singing shout at the top of their lungs.
Oh, not again. I gotta go get another one.
Saturday showdown in the AFC East. Buffalo, Miami. We are ready to get this one started. Great to have you along with us tonight. Should be a fun night. Mostert tracking his kickoff to the 8-yard line. Raheem Mostert trying to get to the edge. Can he turn the corner? He can. Mostert will return across the 35, and the Dolphins will start after the 28-yard return. Tua Tagovailoa making his way out. There's some numbers the last 2 weeks. 220 yards per game, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a completion percentage under 50%.
Far from ideal for Tua. And he's still, remember, this is his 3rd year, but this is his 1st year with an offensive-minded coach who's trying to develop him and teach him how to play the position. And part of that is riding the peaks and valleys of a quarterback season through the NFL. It's not easy.
Build a motion man. Mostert to carry. Raheem Mostert into the secondary. And pulled down at the 49 by DeMar Hamlin. A pickup of 13 on the very first play.
Well, look at this push. Right through the right-hand side. The ball in that Wisconsin fullback, number 30. You see him laying the groundwork, and there goes Mostert. I mean, Mostert has that explosive breakaway speed. He can hit a home run at any moment. You just give him a crease, and he'll do the rest.
Wisconsin fullback Alec Ingold in motion. After a few games in cold weather. And on first down, Mostert again tripped up as he gets into Bills territory at the 46-yard line. Pick up to 5 for Raheem Mostert. And a look at the Miami Dolphins. Our offense, Teron Armstead, has been battling the pec injury, showing ankle injury. He's out there at left tackle tonight. And in the backfield, running the football, something that Mike McDaniel told us this week. They wanted to try to establish a run, especially if the weather conditions weren't great. And so far, a couple of carries and successful ones for Raheem Mostert.
On that right side of the line, number 68, Robert Hunt, and number 71, Brandon Schill. And they're doing an excellent job of moving all that mass and that humanity on the side of the Buffalo Bills. They're throwing it out of the club.
Well, that was an unmitigated
Get out of stealth
disaster.
mode, asshole.
How's morale at the lab? Because morale over here is in the toilet. If the money's not enough of a motivation to close these deals, then please, do it for me next time.
Get out of stealth mode, jackass.
Just trying to get an early completion, as we mentioned, off of a quick play action thing, really an RPO.